Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Let's go.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he will have a Titans 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 61 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Tannehill looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
You don't want that, baby. You don't want that. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Now Tannehill. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Julian Okwara gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Julian Okwara picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. He'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led by the second-year man from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other 2/3, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. So, after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Tua hit, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua steps away to his left. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he's got it.
Let's go.
What a catch on the sideline. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
An opportunity to get back to level after the fumble return touchdown. 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. No problem there on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Baron Browning in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They got some guys who might need a year or two on the practice squad, so then we'll find out if they can actually play.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tua Tagovailoa, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. Makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee. And it's the homestanding Titans in possession. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Rosas good with the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
To a hit, and the ball is out. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And the Titans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Rodgers on the return.
All day.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's complete. Okuegbuna. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua dancing to his left. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jerry Jeudy from 17 yards out. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Out come the Titans now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Tannehill on first down.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. 84 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Now Dobbins.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Tannehill. Throw left side, complete to QT. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
Indy set to go on offense once more.
They had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
On play action, here's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Let's go.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let you play.
Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts on one play have taken the lead. Extra point safely through, and they will take a 7-point lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Titans. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Rosas good with the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And here's Rodgers to return.
All day, baby, let's go.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Open man is Samuel, complete. So we've reached half, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. But the Colts ready to go to work to start the 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this 2nd half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 2 and now on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Tua. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there for Indy. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Come this way, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Now on 2nd and 13, Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Julian Okwara able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this one is incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that will be incomplete.
That's it, baby.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. Looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time. Titans. Mark Andrews, 37 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will tie our game here in the third. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Rodgers on the return.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And got his man complete. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2.
Get me.
A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor,
his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Point after up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
so after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because I was. I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive.
And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to pull loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And it's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
And here's Rodgers to return.
We got this.
The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
Now Tua not liking what he sees, so he's going to signal for a timeout.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Colts get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
The point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here.
Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, that's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often. You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Indy. Back now in Nashville. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts set to take over here offensively. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. He's got a man. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Being chased out left. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
He'll try again. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. And 58's the mic. Go pick it up.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 58 for Mike. 58. 58 for Mike. 58. Right over.
Tannehill. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill over the middle. He finds Pettis complete. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown. Woo! Dante Pettis with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Rodgers on the return. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I
Really?
want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one out.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
That's complete. Okuegbuna.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
They've got his man complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Yeah, good job,
Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And it's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, 82 yards. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Colts tackle dominated this 4th quarter.
Extra point safely through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Come on, baby, let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
There he goes, right side. 20. Touchdown. Dante Pettis, 76 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Play action. Now it's Tua.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 44 yards.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Check. 58's Mike, 58's Mike.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full speed.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill got him in. It's Brown. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Over the middle, that's caught by QT.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
58's Mike, 58's Mike. Bound to lose one.
Tannehill throwing again.
58, right there.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got it. The 20. And it's a Titans touchdown.
You call it, baby.
Dante Pettis, 58 yards. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 39 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he'll find QT on the right side, complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing again is Tannehill. Throw left side, complete to QT. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on all their throws.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are right back in this football game. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Single, slot. Hey.
One last throw here for Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion.